Yet the latest round of tax cuts comes as the economy is showing signs of stress and raising questions about timing. Even policy analysts told reporters times are good now, but if there's a downturn, what is the response? Will it be cutting spending or education? And if it's raising taxes, who will be impacted by this? Folks, the current proposals for taxes range from small reductions in state income tax rates to getting rid of the individual income tax altogether. Other states are examining more targeted measures, like exempting more retirement income from taxation, and it's a move that would benefit older residents, but potentially take away a revenue that could be used for younger families. Some of these proposals are simply ideas floated by lawmakers and governors that may face a long path to becoming law. In some states, the tax plans are further along, such as in North Dakota, where lawmakers are weighing a bill that would eliminate the individual income tax for single filers making $44,000 or less, and for married filers making $75,000 or less. Other states are focusing their tax cuts on specific groups, such as 10 states that last year created or expanded a child tax credit or earned income tax credit. It's geared toward low-income families. Even the Republican Senator Mitt Romney wants to increase the federal child tax credit payment to $3,000 for people between 6 and 17 years old, and $4,200 for children under 6. The proposal will cut other tax credits to pay for the expansion, including those for child health care costs. Both plans would offer parents the ability to receive the credit as a monthly payment, and Senator Marco Rubio's proposal would pay parents $3,600 for children 6 to 17, and $4,500 for children under 6, but it would not offer a monthly payment option. Vermont also took matters into their own hands after Congress failed to extend the expanded tax credits, and the Republican governor signed off on a $1,000 child tax credit for every child 5 and under. Families who claimed the credits would lose $20 for every $1,000 over the $125,000 they earn. Some states this year are focusing on older residents with tax reductions for retirement income, like Vermont, Wisconsin, and Minnesota. The Arkansas governor, a Republican, is also pledging to eliminate the state's individual income tax, although she said she will start with tax cuts. And according to local news, Governor Polis, a Democrat, is pushing for $200 million in property tax relief this year. It comes after voters last fall approved a cut that reduced the state's flat income from 4.4 to, and even Idaho, which last year lowered its personal and corporate tax rate and created tax rebate of $300, wants to provide. March 31st is an upcoming deadline that all eligible Americans need to take in action in order to receive an extra relief check. And the dozens of states across the country are implementing new stimulus plans, and payments range from $500 to even $1,000. Even the eligible Americans are set to receive direct payments worth up to $1,000 starting next week and beyond. That's because dozens of cities and states across the country have implemented guaranteed basic income programs to support residents through times of inflation and economic uncertainty. But a governor could give up to $500 to people who are paying taxes on their tax returns this year. And it provides Georgia residents who filed their 2021 and 2022 tax returns a special income tax refund. The refund is thanks to a $1 billion surplus in the state's funds. The Department of Revenue will begin issuing payments in the next 6 to 8 weeks, and taxpayers must file their returns before they can even receive a refund. But the bill provides Georgia residents who filed their 2021 and 2022 taxes a return and a special income tax refund. The refund is thanks to a $1 billion surplus in the state's fund, and the Department of Revenue will begin issuing payments in the next 6 to 8 weeks, and taxpayers must file their returns before they can get a refund. Single-filer taxpayers and married people filing separately will get $250. Heads of households will receive $350, and also married people filing joint returns will get $500 on tax liability. Those filing tax before April 18th can expect a refund before July 1st.
The long answer is the Social Security Act doesn't allow the agency to use money for administrative work not connected to its main mission. So they couldn't get the IRS the information it needed to send out checks. But thanks to some legal wrangling, that's been worked out. One group left out of this good news, VA beneficiaries. The IRS says it's continuing to review data it has on people who get veterans benefits but don't file a tax return. The IRS does.
Folks, there is an updated list of states that are about to send out a fourth check this month, and the lawmakers in many places like Illinois, Pennsylvania, and even New Jersey have released programs that are providing millions of dollars to thousands of low-income residents. So the several arrival dates for these payments have been confirmed and just announced. I'll be revealing these details in this video. Stimulus payments are back. Although the crisis has become more bearable, Americans are still dealing with a tough financial crisis to deal with. CNBC reports about 62% of workers across the country live paycheck to paycheck. It has led to many state governors to agree to send out bonus checks to the residents. It includes people in places like New Jersey and Pennsylvania and Rhode Island. For instance, New Jersey is offering another program to give communities stimulus money and to help the people out. Now, if this applies to you, you must file an application with the state's Division of Taxation by December 30th. Payments will go out in the spring, and families can expect to receive a child rebate in the state of Rhode Island. The program provides a rebate of $250 per child for up to 3 children, or $750 per family. To be eligible, you must be a resident for all of 2021, and children must be 18 years or older to qualify for this check. Now, if you're $100,000 as an individual, you'll get the payment as well. Now, people say in the state that the checks were mailed out early in October last month, and for those that filed a 2021 tax return, you should have gotten yours by the middle of this month. So, in addition to this low-income stimulus money, Pennsylvania low-income homeowners and renters are getting some bigger financial relief. Most checks will be capped at $650, though some homeowners will see a boost of $970 based on age, widow, or even widower status and disabilities. There's also news for the Delaware residents. State officials have said you must be able to send in an application through the end of this year in order to get the $900. You can also get a $300 one-time check. To receive the money, you must be a resident of Delaware by the end of this year. In addition, you have to apply for it. The deadline to apply for it, though, is towards the end of this month, so make sure you get your money fast. Nancy Pelosi also said that she will address her future plans this week. A spokesperson for Pelosi said that Nancy Pelosi has been overwhelmed by calls from colleagues and supporters. The speaker plans to address her future plans tomorrow. So, I hear that Nancy Pelosi is retiring, but it still means one thing: stimulus is still necessary. Speculations over Nancy Pelosi's future has intensified in the aftermath of the midterms. Now, some people in Washington say that she can send out more stimulus money before the end of her career, so hopefully she will do this. Now, CNN did project that Republicans are going to take control this January through a smaller margin than they hoped for. Pelosi said in a separate statement that the House had defied expectations in midterms and didn't mention any of other future plans. The longtime Democratic leader told CNN that members of her caucus had asked her to reconsider running in the party's leadership elections at the end of the month, and Pelosi is an important figure in American politics with a history-making legacy as the first and so far only woman to be the Speaker of the House. Do you support Nancy Pelosi and her move on stimulus, everybody? Tell me in the comments.
Senate Committee on Banking, Housing, and Urban Affairs will come to order. Welcome to the witnesses and committee members. We know that most Americans want the same things: a safe, affordable place to call home, a good-paying job, a strong, stable government which they can trust. Our democratic institutions are only as strong as the people who empower them. Our economy works best when we have a